Singapore splurges on top-line arms with an eye on China. Last month, the wealthy city-state passed its biggest ever defense budget worth $16.7 billion US, or around 30% of the government's total planned expenditure for 2019, with rich earmarks for defense, security and related diplomacy. Singapore allocates between 3% and 5% of its gross domestic product on defense, well above the global average. Its spending is set to climb in the years ahead as the Singapore Armed Forces, SAF, moves to enhance its conventional capabilities through the procurement of more modern military hardware and equipment, including new generation fighter jets and submarines. Last month, Defense Minister N. Jiang announced that Singapore would order 4 new F-35 fighter jets from U.S. defense contractor Lockheed Martin and that it may purchase an additional 8 of the advanced fighters after a technical evaluation. Singapore's Ministry of Defense, MINDEF, identified the F-35, known for its advanced stealth capabilities, as the most suitable replacement for its aging fleet of 60 U.S.-made F-16 jets, which first entered service in 1998 and will be considered obsolete by 2030. Singapore will become the third Asian nation after Japan and South Korea to buy the F-35 jets. The Singapore Navy, which operates within the region's crowded littoral waters, will also acquire new advanced submarines. Last month, N. Jiang visited Germany to unveil a new state-of-the-art Type 218 SG submarine, known as the Invincible and developed by ThyssenKrupp Marine Systems, TKMS, a German builder of surface ships and submarines. The 70-meter diesel-electric submarine, which has been constructed but is not yet operational, is the biggest ever built by TKMS, and will not be sold to any other country. Singapore will take delivery of a further 3 Invincible-class vessels from 2022. Aside from operating underwater for 1.5 times longer than the Navy's current submarines, the Invincible-class will also have greater weapons carrying capacity and an improved sonar to locate targets of interest. Singapore began operating submarines in the 1990s and has since acquired 6 modified second-hand vessels supplied by Sweden. The procurements are in line with Singapore's long-held security strategy of maintaining a cutting-edge deterrent force as a hedge against the vulnerability of its small size. Local military experts argue that the recent modernizations advance Singapore's forward defense posture and enable it to negotiate from a position of strength when faced with maritime and airspace disputes with neighboring Malaysia. N. Jiang has said the new purchases aim to keep up with modernization trends in the region and are not directed against any particular country, though the city-state considers itself a neutral actor. Analysts say its procurements will be perceived as a deliberate counterbalance to China's rising influence over nearby strategic waterways. Analysts believe Singapore's pro-American security orientation and role in facilitating U.S. military activities in the region have likely irked China's leadership. The island nation plays host to American littoral warships and U.S. Navy P-8 maritime patrol planes that conduct reconnaissance in the South China Sea. A quarter of the world's traded goods, including as much as 80% of China's fuel imports, pass through the congested Malacca waterway, offering the most direct route for commercial traffic between East Asia and the Indian Ocean. Analysts say the U.S. Navy could readily block the strait in any conflict scenario by leveraging its strategic access to nearby Singapore. As for the city-state's efforts to modernize its air force, reports suggest Singapore is likely to acquire a short takeoff and vertical landing variant of the F-35 known as the F-35B, which is capable of landing like a helicopter and is priced at $115.5 million each. The F-35A conventional takeoff and landing model costs $89.2 million.
Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you like the channel and want to support, please support on Patreon or PayPal. The details are given below in the description.